Bulagi Tavwa, we love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bulaminaka, I'm Linda Form, a student Suva. I love listening to Today FM because they play latest music and they rock.
Hi, my name is Osnate. I'm from Ba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm a curator from Nandi. We love listening to Today FM. Here in Nandi, it rocks.
Hi, I'm Shania. I'm from Lotoka and I love Today FM and it rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, Rote Mumukepa breaks her silence on Vulangi issue. Landlord and tenancy issues tops Consumer Council list. And Shazran Latif granted bail.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
The Maramambale na Rokotu Enriqueti, Rote Mumukepa, has today finally broken her silence on the Vulangi issue. Speaking at the Forced Labour and Migration Conference at the University of Fiji Saweni campus, Rote Mumu says the word Vulangi cannot be derogatory, as the definition is simply honoured visitor or guest. Felipe Naikaso with the details.
Rote Mumukepa has today stated that indigenous Fijians themselves are regularly called Vulangi when they visit another vanua or place. For the first time, Kepa is finally speaking on the issue after comments were made by former Sodelpa Party President Ratu Naingama Lalabalavu during the AGM last month. Ratu Naingama had labelled the National Federation Party and the Fiji Labour Party as the Vulangi Party. However, Rote Mumu says, for example, if she visited a village in Vonolevu, the villagers would ask as to who the Vulangi is, basically meaning who is the visitor or guest. Rote Mumu says if you call yourself a Fijian, there is no need to take offense if sometimes you're addressed as Vulangi. According to Rote Mumu, all the uproar about the issue denotes a lack of understanding of how Fijian social system works and the knowledge and use of the indigenous language. Meanwhile, academic Dr. Ganesh Chand, while presenting on the notion of Vulangi, believes the descendants of the Girmatias in Fiji are Vulangis.
Most people in Fiji who are demanding to be called Fijians or are saying, don't call me a Vulangi, I'm not a Vulangi, that behavior is sloppy. It's a very sloppy behavior. It will be resisted. It will always be resisted. And may I suggest that Girmatias in Fiji must stop demanding to be called a Fijian. You must stop demanding to say that I am not a Vulangi, for you are, in the traditional sense of the Vulangi, word Vulangi.
Dr. Chand, however, also agreed with Rote Mumu that indigenous Fijians are also called Vulangi when they visit another place. FPC News also approached National Federation Party leader Professor Biman Prasad on the issue, who refused to comment. The conference ended today. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
In 2016 and 2017, the Consumer Council of Fiji received 470 complaints regarding landlord and tenancy issues. Presenting their annual report for the 2 years to the Standing Committee on Social Affairs today, the Council says such issues are the highest on their list. Lena Rees with the story.
The Consumer Council has received various complaints in recent years about rental issues ranging from non-refund of bonds to clauses in certain agreements not allowing tenants to have visitors.
Yes, the conditions of some flats are really bad. There are issues, but at the same time, the owners are not attending to the complaints, like when there is maintenance or repairing required, they are not attending to these complaints. We can't force the landowners to improve the conditions, but we try to bring this to their attention so that they can bring about improvements.
Chair of the Standing Committee on Social Affairs, Alipate Nangata, also raised the issue of high costs of rent for substandard flats.
Of the rented flats, because recently I've been looking for flats and I believe that the price doesn't suit the conditions and the standards of those flats.
Now, the Consumer Council says it's difficult to address these issues because the demand for flats to rent is high and many tenants are willing to settle for anything. Lena Rees, FBC News.
Silver lawyer Shazran Latif and co-accused Zoe Maharaj Moore have been granted bail by the Suva Magistrates Court today. Both have been charged with 3 counts of being in possession of illicit drugs. The two were granted bail as the magistrate said that both do not have previous absconding bail instances. Moore had also informed the court that the women's remand centre is overcrowded. Both accused have been released on $500 surety bond and $500 cash bond. The magistrate said Latif has been charged for the 4th time and his sureties need to ensure that he does not reoffend. It is alleged that last Sunday, Latif and Moore had in their possession 7.89 grams of methamphetamine, 12.49 grams of cocaine, and 2.5 grams of marijuana. The case will be recalled on September 12th for mention. A war of words has broken out between SEDELPA President Rofilipe Tuisawao and Hope Party leader Tupon Ranindalo. It started this week when Ranindalo questioned SEDELPA's silence on the racial comments of Moses Mbulitavu, for which the party has failed to take any action yet. However, Tuisawao says Ranindalo should stop wasting her time meddling in the affairs of another party and focus on trying to win a seat in the next election. Ranindalo, while replying to these comments, said if she wanted a seat in Parliament, she would have remained with the NFP, ignored her principles and kept quiet. The Hope Party leader says some things are more important than being useless in Parliament, like the majority of SEDELPA MPs. Ranindalo added Tuisawao should direct his comments to the useless, indisciplined and feuding members of his party. Good news for farmers living in Antarivatu as the hassle of transporting their root crops to the markets will soon be a thing of the past. Minister for Agriculture Dr. Mahendra Reddy announced to farmers yesterday that the ministry will make it a priority to purchase these root crops directly. Felipe Naikaso has more.
It was definitely good news for farmers in Antarivatu as they will now just focus entirely on farming.
These are the crops that we wanted to plant at commercial level, and we will purchase all. And you don't have to go anywhere looking for market. They were very happy because, all along, for example, potatoes, they had to hire a vehicle and go to Tavua town. Cassava, any other product that they have in a small scale, they'll have to hire a vehicle and take it down to sell it. We don't want that, them to do that. We don't want them to get into marketing or transportation or etc. We will do that. We will provide them. We've got the institutions with us.
The minister has identified farm roads in Antarivatu and will roll out the program in 6 months' time.
Farmers should take advantage of this assistance because there is a lot of idle land that can be used for farming.
For these farmers in Antarivatu, Tavua is the closest market for them and it takes roughly 3 hours to get there.
It will save me a lot of money on transportation because right now I travel to the market 3 times a week to sell my produce.
However, farmers in the area have also stated that they need to play their part and be consistent in their supply. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
The Real Estate Association believes a substantial amount in tax dollars is lost at the hands of bogus agents. President Anand Gounder says the unlicensed agents are a major challenge for the association. Pranita Prakash reports fake agents are selling properties on social media.
The association believes social media sales agents need to be thoroughly monitored.
There are many bogus agents who are not even attached with real estate agents. So if the bogus agents are attached with real estate agents, it's very simple. They can apply for a license and work legally. But my concern is a lot of tax dollars is leaked out. When these agents or bogus agents work with vendors and do not report their income.
The Real Estate Licensing Board says all real estate agents must be registered to operate legally.
And we have 2 categories. One is coming from overseas, or foreigners who come to Fiji and try and do the dealings in the real estate without having a license locally. The other is the local ones, whose license may have been expired and no longer under register of the RealB, that they are the agents and they continue with the buying and selling of property.
Currently, only 84 real estate agents are registered. The Real Estate Licensing Board is also reviewing its 13-year-old act, which needs to be rectified to suit the current real estate market. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Up ahead, President receives 2018 general election report. And tickets for the Thurston Food and Music Festival selling fast. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Raki Raki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The Electoral Commission and the Supervisor of Elections today handed over their joint report on the 2018 general election to President Major General retired Chiochi Konrote. It is the final report from the Supervisor of Elections and the Multinational Observer Group. According to the Electoral Commission, the handing in of the report completes the Commission's tasks in terms of the 2018 general election. Supervisor of Elections, Mohammed Saneem, says they've considered 16 broad areas of recommendations for the Fijian Parliament.
Some of these areas are generating from the report of the Multinational Observer Group, and we believe firmly that should Parliament approve these recommendations, we will be able to stabilize the electoral environment in Fiji.
Healthy oceans are essential to the sustainability of food security and the livelihood of Pacific communities. The World Bank hosted its inaugural Pacifica Future deliberations in partnership with USP. Maggie Boyle reports.
The oceans are critical and urgent action required to maintain the status quo.
And the issue of sustainability is vital as a majority of communities in the Pacific region rely heavily on fish and other ocean resources for subsistence and commercial purposes. But it's not just fish, it's also pollution, particularly plastics, herbicides, pesticides, heavy metals, petroleum products, fertilizers that are causing long-term changes in all ocean systems.
The degradation of our seas is evident with the recent estimates of more than 8 million metric tons of plastic waste dumped into our oceans annually. The World Bank says they're doing what they can, but it's a drop in the ocean.
Regional maritime plastics debris engagement framework, and also through the Pacific Regional Oceanscape Program, which supports better management of coastal and oceanic fisheries. And some of you may have heard of the Global Fund on the Blue Economy, which is called Pro-Blue.
For panelists, it's clear we are running out of time to save our seas.
Certainly the oceans are in trouble. There's no debate about that. And for many years now, they've been looking after us. They've absorbed a lot of the excess from climate change, both carbon dioxide and heat. They've absorbed large amounts of pollutants. And yet we've taken as many fish as we possibly can, as though there's no tomorrow.
40 years ago, the concept of plastic pollution, ocean plastic pollution, was almost unheard of. Today, it is one of the most pressing issues that, requires our immediate attention.
Sustainability of our oceans is not only vital, it's imperative for the future of our Pacific communities. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
The Agriculture Ministry will no longer support leisure farming and will place its focus on commercial farming to grow the agriculture sector. Launching the National Identification System for Farmers yesterday, Minister Mahendra Reddy reveals they will also help farmers establish their FNPF account. Koroi Tandulalo reports.
Agriculture Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy handed out identification cards to farmers yesterday to assist them in future dealings with the government and relevant markets.
We want to treat you like any other profession. Agriculture is no less than an accountant or a school teacher, because here there's no boundary, there's no limit for making income, or for getting income.
The minister says they're working with relevant stakeholders to ensure farmers have an account with FNPF.
What we want, all of you below 50, I think above 50 FNPF doesn't allow to become members. We will get you to become FNPF members so that when you retire after 55, you have a source of social security, pension. So we want to make you voluntary membership. And then when we pay you this proceed, when you pay you, then from there, if you sign off, we will do a small deduction and pay it to FNPR.
Dr. Reddy adds they will no longer support leisure farming and urged landowners and farmers alike to till their land. Koroi Tandulala, FBC News.
Tickets for the Thurston Food and Music Festival have been selling fast, with 3 days left till the family event. Fiji Broadcasting Corporation's Gold FM's program director Karalaini Koroi says the response from the public has been overwhelming in the past 3 years since the announcement of their partnership for the event. Koroi adds the music festival aims to help boost the local music industry.
A lot of local talent. We've got a lot of local bands. We have a lot of local artists. Most of them have not signed. Most of them have not recorded either. But this kind of festivals or events like this sort of give them an exposure when they go on stage, and to have us as their media partner, constant promoting of these bands and these artists on air, help others know about them. So pretty much exposing them to the public and those who are interested in this kind of music or their style of music. So yeah, it's pretty good.
The third Thurston Food and Music Festival, in partnership with Gold FM, will be held this Saturday at Thurston Garden from 12 midday to 10 p.m. And on that note, it's business time now with Koroi.
Thanks, Jackie. Coming up, traders caught hoarding fuel products. And in growing Fiji, new crematorium to reduce carbon footprint. Stay with us.
My name is Neha and I'm from Kadavi, and Mirchi FM it's hot. हम आचल नसोरी से मिर्ची एफएम बहुत जुलूम.
Hi, हम शारा प्रकाश बात करता है और तावा में मिर्ची FM सबकंसन and Mirchi FM it's hot.
Hi, my name is Prashant. I live in Suba. I love Mirchi FM because Mirchi FM it's hot.
Hi, I'm Shane. I love listening Mirchi FM because it's awesome and it's hot.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Shavi. We love listening to Mirchi FM in Lambasa.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
The Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission has caught 3 fuel traders breaching the FCCC Act 2010. Teams were monitoring fuel and LPG traders around the country following the recent fuel price increase to ensure that traders do not hoard fuel products. Acting Chief Executive Senika Vika Chiuta says out of the 212 traders inspected, 3 were found to be non-compliant as they were either selling above the maximum price, failing to indicate prices, or were hoarding fuel products. Chiuta says any trader found breaching the law will be dealt with harshly to prevent repeats of offences and to set an example to those who may be considering similar actions. Sunifa from HFC Bank joins us now with the latest from the trading market.
The US dollar was firm today after upbeat US data tempered expectations of policy easing by the Federal Reserve later this month. Stronger than expected June retail sales data reduced the chance of the Fed cutting interest rates by 50 basis points rather than 25 basis points at its month-end policy review. The strong US data is a key driver behind the dollar's latest gains, but weakness in European currencies, notably the pound and the euro, also play a significant role. The Australian bonds trade is steady after the US President Donald Trump reiterated he could impose more tariffs on China if he wants, supporting the demand for safer assets. The US-China trade row is not at the center of the market's attention right now. Focus is on the Federal Reserve's policy, US data, and their impact on Treasury yields. That's all from HFC Bank for now. Vinaka.
Here are today's exchange rates as set this morning. The Fiji dollar rose against the Chinese yuan and the US dollar, but didn't fare so well against the other currencies we cover. It slipped slightly as the basket of currencies used to calculate the dollar was affected by strength of the US greenback. Looking at the commodities, crude oil fell a few cents but remains above $57 a barrel. Gold was down $6, standing at $1,406 per ounce, and silver closed up at 15.63 per ounce. In growing Fiji, the Rara Levu Cemetery Committee has set an example for other committees around the country. This as they're building a new gas crematorium to support the fight against global warming. Minister for Employment Parveen Kumar says the crematorium will reduce the use of firewood in funerals and reduce carbon footprints. Kumar says there will be less emission and the environment and atmosphere will not be harmed.
This is an example to the other committees around the country because, as you all are aware, that our Honorable Prime Minister is the champion of climate change. And these are the projects that assist and help in combating climate change.
That's it from Business Tonight. Sports is up next with Jamie.
Thanks, Gray, and good evening. In Sports Tonight, Banube Tambakaudoro retains title, and Fiji Pearls register first win at Netball World Cup. There's some more coming up.
Bula here, Tavua, we love Today FM. Today FM rocks. Bula Minaka, I'm Linda Fong, I studied Suva. I love listening to Today FM because they play latest music and they rock.
Hi, my name is Asnate. I'm from Ba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm Makereta from Nandi. We love listening to Today FM. Here in Nandi, it rocks.
Hi, I'm Shania. I'm from Lotoka and I love Today FM and it rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Sprinter Banube Tambakaudoro hopes to make it to the Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan next year. Tambakaudoro set a new 100 meters Pacific Games record last night at Apia Park in Samoa, clocking 10.31 seconds to break his own record of 10.33. Aquila Dama reports.
10:31 into -0.8.
It's the third time he has won the Pacific Games Blue Ribbon event, following his victories in New Caledonia in 2011 and Papua New Guinea 4 years ago. And Tambakaudoro says he can better his time, but he needs to run against the likes of Samoan sprinters Jeremy Dodson and Calvin Masui.
Yes, right now we look very good. I didn't expect to be here right now, especially running those times. As long as I keep running with Jeremy and Kelvin, those times are going to keep dropping.
Tambakaudoro's coach Mbola Tafou says the Mbau Bullet is definitely back after 2 years away from athletics.
With the times Banube was running during training, he was already clocking times that almost close to when he ran the 10.2. So today's race, he was so powerful in that first 30 meters. That was the whole race plan altogether. Is to beat Dodson, we got to run away from him. And what he showed in the last 60 was just something else. And he's back, you know, he's back again. Yeah.
Meanwhile, another success story has come out of Team Fiji Athletics following last night's Pacific Games 100 meters final, with Tony Lemeki recording a personal best time of 10.65 seconds, which he says is beyond his expectations.
And this is my first Pacific Games. I came here with a PB, an old PB of 10.9, and my goal was to, in every race, to run a personal best in all my races, and that's what I had achieved. I ran my heats 10.8, I ran the semis in a faster time, low 10.8, and then a 10.65 in the final. I'm really grateful and thankful for that, and I'd like to thank all those who supported me.
Tambakaudoro and Lemeki will team up again in the 4x100 meters relay. Aquila Dama, FBC Sports.
Young judoka Nathalyn Takayawa won gold for Fiji in the women's under 63 kg category at the Pacific Games, and she's also earned herself a brand new smartphone thanks to a promise by her mother. Michelle Takayawa may have forgotten that her daughter is already genetically wired to excel in the sport when making the promise. However, she was overjoyed to see her achieve her goal. Aquila Dama with this report.
Promises are not meant to be broken, and that's why Michelle Takayawa will have to deliver on her part to judo gold medalist and daughter Nathalyn.
I had told her back home, because she kept asking for a phone. Okay, you win gold, then you'll have that iPhone X. So when she won gold this afternoon, I was like, nobody tell her that or remind her about the phone, but so now I have to go back and buy her an iPhone X.
Nathalie Takayawa won the women's under 63 kg, while her elder sister Shanice took out the under 73 kg gold, which left their mom emotional.
When Sean won the first, she was like, "Mom, why are you crying?" But yes, overjoyed that she won gold. I knew she'd win gold. I was just too scared to even, say it out loud. Yeah. And then with Nate, it was a silent prayer wish, that she'd win gold too.
Nathalie says they are just continuing something which was started by their late grandfather. She says seeing her sister win gold really motivated her to do the same for Fiji.
Yes, I am very proud to be carrying on. Just wanted to make my parents, my dad, and my uncles proud. So it was only the rest of us to try and win a medal, and I managed to get gold. So I was really happy for my sister and for me, and for the rest of the girls that won the medal.
Thaleen and Shanice are the daughters of former Pacific and Commonwealth Games judo champion Nathaniel Takayawa. Aquila Dhama, FBC Sports.
Fiji basketball added to Team Fiji's medal tally at the Pacific Games today. The women's side finishing with the silver and the men's with bronze. Aquila Dhama has more.
The women's basketball side has failed to defend the gold medal they won at the last Pacific Games in Papua New Guinea after going down to American Samoa in the gold medal playoff, 74-53.
Obviously, we're all disappointed because our mission was to win gold. But I'm very proud of the girls. Our team management are very proud of the girls and what they've been able to achieve. Silver medalist in this year's Pacific Games, and we're also looking forward to we're qualifying the Asian qualifiers, FIBA Asian qualifiers, top two qualifies to the Asian region.
Pomo says there are some positives out of these Pacific Games.
I think the team has become stronger as the competition went on. We've had a great group of leaders in the team. We're very lucky to have as our captain Valerie Nainima, who's obviously played at the highest level, and be able to teach and pass on some of the knowledge to the younger players has been invaluable for the team.
Meanwhile, the men's team won bronze following their 72-49 win over Papua New Guinea earlier this afternoon.
We're pretty pleased with the way we finished the tournament. It's not the result that we came for, but we're pretty happy with the way the boys responded to coming off a tough loss the day before, and so we're pretty happy with the way that we performed today, and we're just grateful that we're able to come away with a win.
Aquila Dhama, FBC Sports.
And Aquila Dhama joins us once again live from Apia, Samoa. Aquila, how did Team Fiji do at the games today?
Jamie, well, it's a quiet day for Team Fiji. Day 9 of the 2019 Pacific Games in Apia, Samoa. I'm at the Games Village, and as you can see in the background, we have the men's football side having their devotion as well. They will play the Solomon Islands tomorrow at 6 p.m. That's Fiji time as well. Now, in as far as Team Fiji's campaign is for day 9 is concerned, we won a total of 9 medals today, but none of which gold. Today we won 2 silver medals in judo and, of course, 2 bronze medals as well in touch rugby, both for men's and women's. Our basketball men's team won the bronze medal, while our women's lost their gold medal title to American Samoa in the final. Today we won a silver medal there in basketball. In athletics, the only medal from athletics today came by way of a bronze to Peterovi Tangomaki, winning the bronze medal in the men's 1500 meters. Shooting won a bronze medal for us as well today, and of course Taekwondo a silver medal. But tomorrow a whole lot of finals will happen tomorrow, and in athletics that is, and Fiji is expected to win a few gold medals from that as well. And first up, it's the women's heptathlon, where Elenani Tinai is expected to win a gold medal there for Fiji. After the 4 events today, Elenani Tinai is leading on points, leading her 2 other team, Fiji Team Fiji mates, and that is Chantel Lockington and Fanny Silverlawyers. Of course, tomorrow we'll have the 200 meters men's and women's finals and the 4x400 meters finals as well for both men and women's, Jamie.
Thanks for the update, Aquila. Now, the Flying Fijians are settling in well in New Zealand ahead of their return match against the Maori All Blacks. The team were accorded a traditional Maori welcome upon arrival in Rotorua, which will play host to the match this Saturday. Faria Begum reports.
Flying Fijians coach John McKee says all logistics are in place now.
You know, we know we've got to do a lot of work on the field, on the training track, in the gyms and around the team environment to make sure that we're the best we can be.
The Flying Fijians were hosted to the traditions of the Maoris in New Zealand. Winger Patrick Osborne says he feels privileged to be part of that function.
We had a lady from the Marae come and sort of give us the ins and outs of what's going to happen, and everybody sort of understood, so it was good.
Captain Domenico Wanganimburotu says it's very important for the players to spend time in New Zealand to accustom themselves to the environment.
Big game for us, which is going to help us, because we've got 2 weeks to prepare to play them last week, and playing them last week just shows us where we are at the moment and where we need to move on to.
The Flying Fijians take on the Maori All Blacks Saturday in Rotorua, New Zealand. Faria Begum, FPC Sports.
In a repeat of the 2019 Skipper Cup final, Fairbrother Trophy holders Nandronga will host Suva in a challenge match this Saturday. Nandronga team manager Sabanatha Thamenolotu says the team has been training well and are geared up for the match. However, they are wary that Suva will come out even stronger this weekend.
They already achieved one mission for the Skipper Cup final, and they are coming for their second mission to win the Fairbrother.
And that's it from sports tonight. Later on in the world of the weird and wonderful, meet the carpenter from Ghana who makes fantasy coffins. Details coming up.
My name is Neha and I'm from Karavi, and Mirchi FM it's hot. हम चले नसोरी से मिर्ची FM बहुत जुलूम.
Hi, हम शारा प्रकाश बात करता है और तावा में मिर्ची FM सब कंसर्न and Mirchi FM it's hot.
Hi, my name is Prashant. I live in Suva. I love Mirchi FM because Mirchi FM it's hot.
Hi, I'm Shane. I love listening Mirchi FM because it's awesome and it's hot.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Shavi. We love listening to Mirchi FM in Lambasa.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
It's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. It's set to stay warm. There is plenty of decent July sunshine. Now in the west, it was a fair day with loads of fun stuff to do. Eastwards from Back Harbour to Suva, mostly dry and bright overall, cloudy periods accompanied by late afternoon. And up north, it's been described as nice too. Little humid though, but interesting. At sea, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas. For the tides, low tide at 1:10 a.m. with high tide at 7:19 a.m. Sunrise at 6:37. For tomorrow, it's a slide towards the weekend. I mean, we could start feeling the excitement because the weather will be awesome. Tomorrow's temps, Lambasa will get highs of 32 degrees. And looking further on to Friday, more sunny spells in store. I'm loving this cold weather and hope you are as well. And that's all from the FBC By The World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In our Fijian Pulse segment tonight, we asked, do you think enough is being done to curb the sale of single cigarette rolls?
No, more awareness needed to be done. No, they should advertise more standard price in the television and radio.
Enough has been done from the government's side to try and stop this illegal sale. But I think the problem here is the individual decisions to choose to purchase this, to do this illegal purchasing.
Government should increase the fines so that people can stop selling. That way people will also cut down on smoking.
A lot is still needed to be done. We have young people who are selling cigarettes and it calls for quick actions.
Recapping the main stories for tonight, Rote Mumukepa breaks her silence on Vulangi issue. Landlord and tenancy issues tops Consumer Council list, and Shazran Latif granted bail. Now for these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question this week we're asking, has John McKee found the best players and combinations for the World Cup? Be sure to visit our FBC website to answer. And our shot of the day takes us to the highlands of Viti Levu. Our West journalist Felipe Naikaso took this shot at Nandarivatu, beautiful scenery overlooking Fiji's biggest island. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj. Share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. Follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe, stay warm. Good night.
Natango merea maramani waya manatuya sawa aweti kitunde nandi ya undo marata kana baronga na radio Fijian.
Yawa asna vatili yawa maga Monica. Tondo baronga vale bunar domai biti lambasa.
Bula natango aprosa nangarse ngor kraki do televio na baronga na radio Fijian na domai biti. Natango tsani bukia ngoni na mosi ando taleta kana baronga na radio Fijian na domai biti su.
Radio Fijian na domai biti.